Francisco de Goya, one of the most influential artists of the 19th century, created two of the artworks I have chosen, one of them being Saturn Devouring His Sun, the other being the 3rd of May, 1808, in Madrid, which is also to be known as the Executions. A brief introduction to Mr. Goya. He was born in Spain to a lower-class family. He had 5 siblings and began painting at a young age of 14. He studied under painters and artists such as José Luzán, Anton Raphael Mengs, and Francisco Bello. This led to him working as a court painter where he spent the majority of his adult life. My theme, which connects the two artworks, is social hierarchy. In a general sense, both of the artworks convey a sense of demise and hopelessness, which falls in line with hierarchy as viewed at the time as well. Countless crusades, millions killed, mostly innocents, both easily convey the sense of one group prevailing over another. In The Mystery of Goya's Saturn by J. Scott Morgan, he furthers my point by saying, critics have called his Saturn a symbol of evil, a Satan, a monster, and that is how I first saw him. Like a huge, mad Richard Nixon, devouring the young men of America through the Vietnam War. A cannibal father, jealous of our freedoms, determined to destroy us, our ideals, our hopes. Morgan 39. We can also notice for the other work of art these unarmed innocents surrendering to these anonymous, unidentifiable gunmen. It makes you want to understand how these individuals ended up there, and you want to emphasize with them. Alice Arnold proposed this question in Confronting Violence Through the Arts, a thematic approach. How might the soldiers that comprise the firing squad feel? Can you put yourself in the shoes of the victims in this scene? Arnold 20. It falls in line with social hierarchy because it's something we deal with to this day, with riots and protests and violence being seen on a daily basis. Further analysis of the same artwork, I will quote from the textbook. Goya focused on the suffering of anonymous victims. With Goya giving both sides a sense of anonymity, we can relate even more to the victims, especially the man in the middle wearing white. When discussing the formal elements of the artwork, starting with Saturn, we see Goya's intentions. An incredibly dark and eerie painting made using dark and rich colors. When looking closely at this work, we see Goya used broad brushstrokes. The museum in which it is located states the technique and support used, mixed methods on mural transferred to canvas, from Museo del Prado. The lighting in both paintings use bright white light in the center of the painting to draw one's attention. The same also applies for the other piece that I chose, as both works are similar in regards to the darkness that follows them, and also Goya himself, who lived in an unfortunate life, especially when he fell ill and became deaf.